Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again. We're at Monday night. It is me, JT the Geek. Got Sully. Wait a minute. Boy, I got that back. Sully the Redneck. Hey, you know, I kind of like that. Let's try that again. We have JT the Redneck. I got Sully the Geek coming along with me. Tonight, we're going to dive into a really interesting series called Eyes of Wakanda. That's what we're going to be doing on Avenger Pretenders tonight. So grab yourself something to drink, whether it's just something nice or an adult beverage, something to munch on, sit back in that beanbag chair, strap yourself in because this one's going to be a wild ride. I'm telling you that right now, as you can tell from the beginning of this intro. Anyway, Sully, get me out of here.
Sure. Are you sure you're the geek this time, though?
I did correct that.
I mean, something's a little off there.
Right.
Off.
Well, something's always a little off with us, but anyway.
True.
But yes, you are the geek. I am the redneck. It kind of shows, you know.
I mean, it kind of matches. Just
a little bit.
Just saying, it's all there. Just saying, it's all there. So, hello, there he is. He is the redneck and full force. He's good to go. Want to say hi to Carol, who just chimed in on Twitch. Hello. You can also chime in on TikTok, YouTube, Kick, DLive, Facebook. We're everywhere. Come on in. Talk about Avenger Pretenders and Eyes of Wakanda. We're going over episodes 1 and 2 today. And we'll be talking about, 3 and 4 next week. Because let's face it, I'm liking it so far.
You know, it's not.
Oh, there he goes. He's there, folks.
Excuse me. It's not what I expected. As far as the animation.
I mean, I'm liking the animation.
Oh, I'm not saying I don't. It's just not what I was really expecting with it. I expected, and maybe it's just the way I was looking, but I expected it to be a little bit more cartoonish.
Really?
Yeah, if that makes sense.
Like what if cartoonish or?
Honestly, even back a little further than what if cartoonish.
Like,
I mean, I'm talking, not quite Animaniacs cartoonish.
So you're wanting X-Men animation or something similar.
I would say somewhere between X-Men and Animaniacs.
Okay, all right. Want to say hi to Meg. She's giving me loads of gifts on TikTok right now. Thank you, darling.
Hey, Meg.
Thank you, darling.
But yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying it. Don't get me wrong. I'm enjoying what I'm seeing.
Okay. All right.
Extremely graphic in some of the things that they do, which you don't normally see.
Also true.
But, I am enjoying what I'm seeing. So either, like I said, it just wasn't what I would expected. I'm nicely surprised.
It's different
by what I've been seeing. It is. The only thing that throws me, like we were talking about at the beginning of the show, is the way that they're drawing some of the characters. The character makeup, the way they're portraying them. It throws me off a little bit, but that's just me.
I mean, it's cool.
It is, no doubt.
At least I think
cool. I have no complaints about it. It's just, like I said, it's just, a little outside of what I was expecting. Pleasantly surprised is what I would be.
All right. I'll give you that. Pleasantly surprised. All right. Megan is giving gifts upon gifts on TikTok right now. Thank you, dear.
I think you're running out of room for all them gifts, aren't you?
Right? Something. I don't know. Something's going on. I mean, I can't put anything on my desk anymore, but it's awesome. So yeah, we're gonna go over Eyes of Wakanda. So if you haven't watched it yet, spoiler alert is now in effect. Good luck. Good luck.
You're gonna need it.
You're gonna need it. So before we even break down, Klinger just came in. Holy crap! Hello, Klinger. Nice to see you.
What's up?
I like it. And of course, I want to say, Will just came in. Will Shea, hello. Good to see you. Come on in, have some. Again, we're going to be talking about Eyes of Wakanda episodes 1 and 2. And the first episode is called Into the Lion's Den. Now, ooh, I just got a cowboy hat and mustache. Yeehaw! I'm going to be distracted by this, apparently.
Girl.
Move the phone over here a little bit, and there we go, so I can kind of see both. All 4 episodes of Eyes of Wakanda take place way before anything in the MCU. I think the closest thing to it would be some of the episodes pertaining to Echo, but even then, this takes place way before those. Because the first episode is actually, what year was it? 1260?
I think it's 1230.
1230 or 1260 BC.
Yeah.
In Crete.
Way back.
Like, whoa. Way back in my day, we used to use spears to fish. That's how far back. And then some. Okay?
Yeah, more like stiffened grass reeds.
Yeah. Now, I will say the way this episode opened up with the lion. The lion, I mean, that's really what it is. It's the lion and his followers attacking Crete. That was a little brutal.
A little?
Lie. Just a little. Just a little bit.
Okay, we'll go with a little.
A little brutal. I mean, the first 5 minutes, all of a sudden we're seeing spears being thrown and people dying.
Arrows flying,
yeah. People getting stabbed. They're taking over Crete. That's what they're doing. They're taking over.
People getting kidnapped. Key thing.
Kidnapping. Yep. And back then, when some type of nation, and again, we're going old school, folks. Brush off your history, because as you know, when a nation is taken over, they take over. You have to abide by their rules, their laws, their word is bond, that type of thing.
To give you a good idea, would be like, assimilation in Star Trek. You must assimilate.
Resistance is futile.
That too.
Or in some cases, futile. Resistance is futile. But it's there.
No, it is 12. It is. You were correct. It is 1260 BC.
Oh, woohoo! Yay! I paid attention.
I did too, but you know how short my attention span is. So,
like me, it's a fuse on a firecracker.
I don't even think mine has a fuse.
So,
but anyway,
obviously we see the lion and his mask, where we see that, familiar purple glow. You and I both know that when it comes to Wakanda, purple is their color. Unless you're part of the Dora Milaje, and then it's red. Now, I will say that the fact that they easily took over Crete was crazy, especially since the lion didn't even have to lift a finger.
Yeah, and I mean, we really didn't see much of the battle for Crete.
No. It was very quick.
But it did seem like, them taking over was, easier than taking candy from a baby.
Yeah, I'd have to say so. And the thing with that is, I'm kind of glad they didn't dwell on the battle.
Yeah, it's not a major part of the story. It just kind of sets the groundwork for where we're going.
Yes. And I'm glad that they kind of just go right into it with, okay, now just so you know, you are now one of us. Here are our rules. Here are our laws.
Well, and it was one of those, it wasn't, join us or die, but
Right.
it was, give yourself to the lion
Yes.
by
Or-
eating the, gifts
Yes.
that we have here for you, or have a really rough life.
Right. And
These are your choices.
And of course, one of those characters looked very familiar to Joseph. If you remember your Bible studies, basically every depiction of what Joseph looked like. Jesus,
Yeah.
this is daddy. This is daddy. Daddy was
Yeah,
there.
I would agree.
I mean, no joke. Either that or he was being pulled straight from what's that DreamWorks animated one? Oh crap! It's gonna haunt me now. DreamWorks. It was before they went into all animation.
Got me.
I want to say it was Joseph and the King of Dreams. They just changed the hair color. And let's see, El Dorado, probably Sinbad, like the old animation style from DreamWorks.
Okay.
At least that's kind of where I'm leaning toward.
Right.
But it was amazing how some of those characters are like, no, don't do it. Don't take the bait. You don't want to join them. That's poison. It's going to kill you. And then they got branded. Branded.
Yeah.
Oh.
You have been chosen, and you will wear the mark of the lion for the rest of your life.
Yes, the rest of your career. Your life is going to end before you know it. And then, of course, we see a flashback. About 6 weeks before the battle, where we see, well, what's her name? Nani, right? Am I getting the name right? Nani? It's been like 2 weeks since I've watched this, by the way. Nani. And she used to be a part of the Dora Milaje. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one. Pretty sure she used to be a part.
Yes, she was part of. She was part of it, and she was kicked out because she would not work with the team.
Also known as Tony Stark. Does not play well with others.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
But the leader of the Dora Milaje, Akia, not IKEA. I messed that up earlier. It's not IKEA, it's Akia.
Yes.
Akeya, Akia.
Yeah.
Was basically lecturing her on how when you're in this room and you're in my presence, you respect me, you respect the Dora Milaje and their rules. You are in the room of the Royal Guard of Wakanda.
And she turns around and she does, but she does it with an overabundance of extreme sarcasm.
Maybe just a lot.
You want me to say that again?
Yes.
An overabundance of extreme sarcasm.
Yeah. Again, maybe just a lot. more. I don't even think overabundance is the perfect word for this. You know, there's got to be another word because holy crap.
How about a crap load?
Yeah. Yeah. All of
A
which
crap load of.
all of which would probably have gotten her thrown in prison or killed.
As I say, beheaded, probably more than likely.
Beheaded, yeah, like something to basically say to her, you know, no, what you did was stupid. And oh, by the way, I've got a job for you too.
Yeah. Well, and it's neat because she's like, well, I failed in the Dora Milaje. Why would you want me back? And she's like, no, that's where you're wrong. You never failed
Right.
as a Dora Milaje. You never failed. Your problem was you just wouldn't work as a team. You wanted to be on your own. That's why you were kicked out.
What would be the term? Oh, that's right. Going down different paths. Just going down different paths. That's all.
She was a lone wolf.
Sure. Lone wolf.
You know, that's another good way of describing it.
Well,
or in this case, a lone one. You know.
Yeah, I mean, you know, maybe the company's just going in a different direction. That's all. That's all I'm trying to say.
Right.
Going in a different direction.
But it wasn't because that she was failing to meet, you know, the standards and everything, as far as performance and abilities and that kind of stuff.
Now, I will admit, I kind of agree with the plan that they have of her never meeting the Lion before.
It's a good idea. So, you know, because as she says, you know, everybody that we've sent out before was trained by him.
Right. Which means...
So he knew what they knew.
And he would be able to take them out in a heartbeat.
Yeah, but she was expelled is the proper word. She was expelled from them before he was part of it.
Right. So...
But you never trained her.
She accepts. She goes, okay, yeah, sure, I'll take him out. I'll bring him back to Wakanda for you. And then, of course, we fast forward, and she kind of, what would you say? She kind of tricks them into letting her into the room to be branded. She acts all.
I think she was just picked. I don't think there was any trickeration or anything.
Well, she did cry.
You know, she was going along with the group and refusing to accept the food and all that. So they said, "Okay, you go."
Yeah, but she did cry at the same time. Well, fake cried.
Yeah,
I mean, that's basically the way to do it. Is fake cry to at least get.
She's trying to fit in. You know,
and that's when they bring her into the room to be branded, and she flat out just stands up.
I follow no one.
I follow no one. I have no rules. And you can't make me. And I went, oh, that's going to be how it is. All right. All right.
And proceeds to beat the crap out of the two guards in the room. I love how they flashed to the outside to the two guards that were above them.
Oh, and listening?
and listening. And the one guy, I didn't catch it at first, but when I rewatched it, I caught what he said. He says, those two like their jobs just a little too much.
Just a little tad bit. I'm glad that it had a little bit.
Those two really enjoy their jobs.
I'm glad that it had humor in there. I really am. You know? Made it feel like it's a comic.
Yep.
You know? Well, as Nani is taking out some of the top soldiers, I love how she got onto one of the boats and was a little outnumbered. And,
after the fight started, when she was running?
Yeah, when she's running.
Yeah, she gets away from one group, lands on another boat, gives this little wry smile like, yeah, I got away from you, turns around, like, Oh shit.
It was kind of like one of those live action movie fight scenes that Jackie Chan was a part of when he would walk into a room and there's all of these people ready to kill him.
Then he runs to another room thinking he's okay, slams the door, goes, and then turns around. Shit.
Okay. And then there's more. Now, the lion is watching all of this, and she gets to the point where she kills, like, all the soldiers in between her and the lion.
She killed a lot of them.
Brutal.
One of my favorite things that happened during this running fighting sequence.
Yep.
And it happened twice.
Ooh.
Where basically friendly fire took out two of their strongest fighters that she was fighting at the time.
That's what we call team killing asshat.
Yeah. Well, like, I mean, the one guy, the one big guy, he grabbed her face.
Yep.
Her entire freaking head, not just her face. His fingers went over her head and behind her head.
Yes.
And he picked her up and threw her. The lady that was painted white and had the cross swords and all that stuff. She threw a freaking axe at her. She jumps over big dude.
Oh yeah.
Whack, right in the forehead.
Takes him out.
Boom. Killed by his own member.
There he goes.
And then the second one, the guy threw two swords at her, and she pulls the guy that she's fighting, she pulls him backwards and down and right into his shoulder blades.
Which also brutal, if you think about it.
Yeah. I mean, there were no gentle killings in any of these episodes.
No. It was very.
I mean, they were all.
It was very
pretty vicious.
Gladiator-esque.
Yes.
When it came to the fights,
which fits the time frame, though.
It does.
In this really time frame, brutality is brutality,
and it happens.
Brutality is a way of life in this time era, in this era.
True.
So, but it was just funny to see, some of their best fighters being taken out by their other best fighters.
Yeah. Well, now, the other thing that I liked was the monologue. Actually, I wouldn't even consider it the monologue, more the conversation. Because as the lion is watching all of this unfold, he just, come on in. Come on in.
It's very impressive.
Yeah.
Are you coming up?
Come on.
So, she doesn't sneak in. He invites her.
Yes.
Into his fortress of solitude.
Yeah.
Really. When you think about it, this is like, the 1260 BC version of Superman's ice cave.
Yeah. And he also notices that she is not one of the Dora Milaje that he trained. Because of her behavior, the way she fights, all of that from her past. He notices, like, okay, I didn't train you, so now we're going to have a little chat about what's going on with Wakanda and the world outside it.
Yeah. And, he also makes the point that she is the only one.
Yeah, the only.
Of all the people that Akaya has sent for him, she is the only one that has made it that far.
Truth.
So.
Very true.
That in itself is extremely. That in itself is extremely. Yeah.
Brain fart.
Impressive. There we go. Extremely impressive. There we go.
Impressive.
Brain freeze without the ice cream.
He froze and his brakes got stuck as he was going down the incline. And then it just came out. Well, now this is where we first start hearing about not just him, but his mission outside of Wakanda and how Wakanda is, doing whatever they do, and that the world is free. And then he starts mentioning that he was sent out as the Hatut Zeraze. Did I say that right? Zeraze? Also known as the War Dogs.
A lot easier to say.
Yes. War Dogs, much easier to say. Basically, the War Dogs are the male version of the Dora Milaje. Okay?
Well, and they're also, kind of like, I don't know, kind of like the CIA or
Yes.
was the British something
MI6.
7 or whatever. MI7, MI6, whatever it is.
MI6.
It's like the extreme spy / mercenary force.
Shield.
Kind of.
Shield.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty
He's
much.
the spy.
He's like, hey, join me, man. You'll be free. And she's like, if this is such a free nation, why all the chains? And I love that question. If this is such a free society,
Yeah.
why all the chains?
Why not?
Why they
not?
have a nice in-depth conversation here.
I mean, he gets to the point where he's like, come be by my side. Almost offering her, all right, be my queen.
Yeah, I was just going to say, join me and become my queen,
And together we will rule the galaxy as father and son. A free elf.
Slinger says free elf.
Dobby is free. You gave
I don't know why,
Dobby
but
a sock.
I just flashed to the guy from Harry Potter.
Dobby, yeah.
He
Yeah.
got presented the sock.
Dobby
by his
is
neck.
free.
Dobby, yes. Dobby's free. Master gave him his clothing.
Master gave him a piece of clothing. Well,
See,
Nani
folks,
says...
that's how easy it is to get us derailed.
Truth. Free elf. Nani obviously refuses and starts to kick the shit out of him. And he starts to kick the shit out of her. It's
I was going to say, he got his licks in too, big time.
Oh, yeah. That was a whoo.
I loved the carousel part where they were running around the square opening holding onto the sheer linen sheet.
That was amazing.
It's like, well, that's unrealistic because that would tear off. But yeah, that was a cool fight.
Cartoon.
Believe it or not, I had to keep telling myself that.
And Wile E. Coyote really did catch that Roadrunner at least once.
Eventually.
At least once. Otherwise,
Granted, Roadrunner was in the hospital with a broken leg.
So Nani gets the better of the lion. Mostly for she used his own tech against him, which I thought was smart.
Mm-hmm. Well, and then he turns on a self-destruct.
Yeah.
That was kind of disappointing.
That was so totally Predator. It really was. Think about it.
It was. Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to just hit this button right here. Doot, doot, doot. Bye.
Mm-hmm.
However, she does escape, which is good.
Well, the hero has to.
Do they, though? Tony Stark didn't.
But he did a couple of times before that.
But we'll
I mean, eventually the luck has to run out.
True. Very true.
So,
Lion's bleeding from his chest. Sets a wonderful vibranium-powered explosion. Just so he can kill himself and Nani, and obviously fails to do so. But she also failed to bring back the technology.
She brought the mask back, but she lost like an amulet and then part of the hammer.
Yes.
Staff that the lion had used and stuff.
Yeah. Which all fell to the bottom of the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
So in Wakanda, though, back in Wakanda, she's telling Akia that she failed.
You know,
I will admit, the fact that Nani said she failed.
well, remember, in her mind,
Yeah.
the mission that she was given was to return with the lion
Yes.
and all the artifacts that he stole.
Yes.
That was her mission.
Absolutely.
Now, when Akaya rewords it, when Nani says that she failed,
Yep.
it makes sense.
Yes, it does. But, you know, like you said, you know, she basically just told her, no, you took out a threat. You did good. The threat's gone.
The mission was to eliminate the threat to Wakanda.
Yep.
And you have done that.
But then she opens up and says, hey, you want to be a Dora Milaje again?
Right? Well, that was the deal that was made.
No, I mean, that was a pretty good deal. And Nani just says, no, I don't.
Yeah. But with good reason. I think that this mission that she was sent on
Opened her eyes.
exactly brought her to a great realization of what she really was.
Yes. Yes.
You know, and she, as Akaya and her talking, you know, she straight out tells her, you know, all of these artifacts, as long as our artifacts are out in the world, it is a danger to Wakanda.
Yes.
Let me go get them.
Sure. Make
And it
me
kinda
a
like,
war dog.
Well, she didn't know about them at the time.
No,
well, actually, she did, because in the conversation when her and the lion first met, he did mention that.
Yeah.
If you remember, he did mention the war dogs, but she didn't really know anything about it. You know, he didn't really tell her too much about it, and then Akaya brings it up after she says that.
And just to kind of paint a picture, we've seen members of the War Dogs in the MCU in Black Panther already. Because they're the ones throughout the world making sure the tech doesn't get stolen.
Right.
Just
And then she, you know, Nana realizes that this was a test.
It's a pretty good test, if you ask me.
Yeah. And the guy's like, yeah, I had to lead you in this direction to get you to make the realization that you have of what you are and what you could be.
Absolutely.
Because this is not something that we can ask people to do.
No.
People have to volunteer to become a war dog.
Step up and be good. Do your thing.
You know, and then she shows her the war dog base, I guess you could say.
Yeah. And, you know, obviously, that's where the episode ends.
Yeah.
Not a bad episode.
It was interesting, and it sets the groundwork.
Yeah, and I don't know about you, but I didn't feel like it was rushed, but I also didn't feel like it was stagnant. It kept you going the entire time.
No, it had good pace all the way through. Even the dialogues.
Yeah.
The extended dialogue that the lion and Nani had during the fight.
Sure.
I liked how they kind of mixed that together.
Yeah.
And, you know, there was the short bit at the beginning before she said, screw you, I'm supposed to take you back home, you know, and all that. Pacing on this for what they did was extraordinary.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It really was.
So,
you know?
So how many Black Panther helmets would you give this episode?
With not knowing what to really expect, you know, I read a little bit of preview about what it was supposed to be about and everything else, but it really didn't clarify anything for me. And with where it left me, which was kind of like, okay, where are we going with this?
Right.
I'm sitting right in the middle. I'm sitting right on a 3.
Okay. All right.
I'm sitting right at a 3. I mean, and like you said, great pacing for it. The fight scenes were some of the best animated fight scenes that we've seen in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
A little gruesome, but not overly gruesome. Showing people dying by just them falling down to the ground and those kind. It was good.
Splat.
It was good. I enjoyed the episode. It was very informative, but at the same time, at the end of the episode, it's like, where are they going with this?
And I like that they explained the war dogs more.
Yeah.
And it just goes to show how long they've been around. So you're sitting at a 3.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually sitting more along the lines of a 3.75.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Why didn't it get to a 4?
I kind of wanted to see more.
More of what, though?
More of the actual attack on Crete.
Okay, more of the beginning?
Yeah, more of the beginning. Especially if you're tying it to historical events. I kind of wanted to see more of that. They explain, we're gonna send you after the lion 6 weeks beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of wanted to see her getting there and like right before all hell broke loose, not while all hell's breaking loose and she's already there. That type of thing. Like, how did she?
Show her integrating into the society and everything.
Yeah. How did she know he was going to be there? How did she know that the lion was going to be attacking Crete? I want to know that. The
little birdie told him so.
Well, yeah, but that's kind of what I was missing with this episode.
Okay, it makes sense. A little more groundwork.
A little bit, but again, I'm not knocking the episode. The episode was actually good.
Mm-hmm. This is just what what would have made it even better for us.
Yes.
I got you.
So that means we're going to go on to episode 2 now.
Mm-hmm.
And episode 2, we're going from Crete, which was what did I say it
1260.
was? 1260
BC.
To the Trojan War. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. The Trojan War. Which, let's face it, that's one of my favorites to learn about. Was the Trojan War.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The Trojans, they got on the wrong horse. Just like Pandora opened the wrong box. Same rules apply. And I love that they brought in Odysseus into this. We got a Greek guy. Not only that, but we got Achilles and Memnon. I'm already liking it just from that. Hint, hint, folks, the rating might be a little bit higher with this one. But basically, it's the attack on Troy.
Yep.
Okay. What would you say? It was in the middle of the battle, right? It wasn't even.
Oh yeah. This is well into the battle, months.
Yeah.
Into the battle. I mean, you look at the ground in the intro.
Oh yeah.
And you've got arrows all over the ground, destroyed carts, chariots flipped over, just burnt husks of things.
Yep.
And bodies everywhere.
Now, and remember, folks, the Battle of Troy and the Trojan War was 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
10 years. So, yeah. This one, I would say it's right before the whole horse situation. Yep. Odysseus, which yay, again, is explaining to the soldiers his plan of the distraction for the city's front gate. So he's working on it. It's gonna be an issue for the people of Troy. We know this.
Eventually, yeah.
Achilles is leading another team over the wall. Achilles is supposed to leap into action with Memnon and do what they need to do. And as they're looking through a telescope, it's got a purple glow.
Well, and it's interesting because I like what Odysseus said at the beginning. He's just talking about what's going to happen, and
Yep.
They send the carriage out, the protected door ram out as a distraction because Achilles and Memnon are making a flanking move around the side
Yes.
so that they can sneak into the city and get the gates open.
Yep. Which is what they need to do. Just like they need to get the horse in there.
He's like, but we have something they don't have. We have an Achilles, and they don't know he's here, and busts out laughing with an evil maniacal laugh.
Maniacal. Yes, maniacal.
Maniacal. Yeah, that's a good word.
However, I was very interested in how they were originally going to tie this in. And I gotta hand it to them when they gave the line to Achilles and he saw the necklace around Helen of Troy and he just said to himself, not even loud, for Wakanda.
No. That was Memnon that saw.
Was it Memnon or Achilles?
Yeah. Because remember, they got up on the wall and then Achilles ran across and jumped.
Yes, you're right.
And Memnon was back with the guys.
Yes.
Hiding behind the parapet, and that's when he used the
telescope and
the
saw
monocle, the monocle
oh
scope.
yes, the monocle, because the telescope didn't exist.
That's when he saw the glint off in the distance and saw that it was around the princess's neck.
Yeah.
And that's when he leaned back and quietly to himself said, "For Wakanda."
For Wakanda. Wakanda forever. No, it's for Wakanda. Oh, bark up a tree. Which clearly, it's the War Dogs. I have a feeling that all 4 episodes are really going to center more around the War Dogs than the Dora Milaje, which I'm okay with. I am. We already know that the Dora Milaje are the warriors to beat. Gotta bring the War Dogs in,
Yeah,
So
the secret agent. Everybody knows about the Dora Milaje. They know how badass they are. They know how badly these women are going to kick your ass if you were to attack.
right, exactly.
But nobody knows about the War Dogs.
Exactly. And it's going to work. It's going to work. So Achilles, Memnon, and their men are attacked by Trojan guards. And Odysseus says, retreat! Get out of here! We're all going to die! He doesn't say it like that, but you know what I mean. And they reluctantly retreat.
Very reluctantly.
But Memnon saves Achilles. Arrow. Right through the hand. Oof.
Yes.
Yikes.
Didn't even flinch. Broke the arrow off, threw the one part away, pulled the rest of the arrow through his hand, and took off.
I mean, what's the worst that you can do? You gotta wrap it up, and it's a puncture wound. You can't stitch it. It's just gonna be there. You can put your finger through it, and it'll be like, ooh, look.
Not during combat, anyway.
Right. Magic trick.
Poof. I'm good.
I can put my finger right through. Look, I can get toe through it. Or as Deadpool would say, son of a bitch. Right through the hand. Anyway, Memnon uses a spray laced with vibranium to heal his hand. I didn't know they made those at that point in time. But this is
Well,
Wakanda. So,
right. It's what kind of they have been, they're decades ahead in technology from the time frame that they're actually in. So,
more like centuries.
For them to have that advanced technology does not surprise me.
Yeah, no. But
I mean, you look at his communication device that we see later on in the episode.
yeah.
That thing is friggin' impressive as hell.
Yeah, I mean, listen, a lot can be done with vibranium these days. At least in the MCU, anyway.
Right.
But he reveals to himself, well, not to himself, to Achilles, really, that he's a wanderer. He goes from place to place. He's a nomad, really.
Until he joined Achilles.
Until he met Achilles, and by the way, I'm a war dog. I'm a Wakandan war dog.
Yeah, but he doesn't tell him that.
No, but you can kind of. This is who I am, Now, Pharaoh is an interesting one because Pharaoh tells Achilles not to trust Memnon. He's an outsider.
And I like the timing.
Oh, it was perfect.
The timing of this was perfect because Achilles and Memnon were talking.
Yep.
And Memnon jokingly said, because, you have my back, I have your back. He says, well, somebody has to put the coins over your eyes for the ferryman.
Yeah.
And as him and Achilles laugh at this, here he comes.
Yep. And he's just like, nope, don't do it. Nope. You don't want to trust an outsider. Outsiders are bad. But they're not really. I mean, they'll steal off you first, then put the coins over your eyes and be on your way. But in this case, not so much. And yes, when it comes to outsiders during the Trojan War, you don't know who's a Trojan spy or not. But even Achilles is like, yeah, no, that's not him.
Yeah.
Which sparks the attention of Odysseus because he joins the convo and says, we got to do something.
Well, he's like, Achilles is talking about, don't let the exhaustion of war cloud
your judgment.
Your judgment.
Yep.
As we don't need that. And then Odysseus comes in and says, especially when we are this close to victory.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And he
what the hell are you talking about, you crazy asshole man?
He also gets them to go along with the idea of proposing to have the Trojans invite them in by presenting them with a gift. Which we all know is the horse, the Trojan horse.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is where historical things come to an end from minute one of this episode, really. Because, let's face it, you're not going to tell the story of the Battle of Troy and the Trojan horse exactly the way it happened.
Right.
Especially in a Marvel cartoon / comic book / movie. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's never going to be the same. So you have to go in this saying, okay, it's Marvel. I know they're not going to do exactly the same thing as what happened with the Trojan horse. Okay?
But I like how they did it, though.
Oh, I do too.
They stayed generally along the storyline up until they get Trojan horse into the city.
Yes.
And then as they're fighting, which is historically accurate, it's still, side-skirting the path of what actually happened.
Yep.
Then they go on the offshoot of the Achilles Memnon story.
Yep.
Because if you remember in the first fight, Achilles and Memnon fought back to back.
Yes.
Okay. In the second battle, after the alarm is sounded and they don't have to be quiet anymore and everything else,
Yep.
they're surrounded. The battle starts, and Achilles is calling for Memnon. 3 or 4 times he calls out for him.
Yes.
But he's nowhere to be seen.
No.
And then Achilles looks up and out, and he sees Memnon running up the stairs.
Yes. But why was he running up the stairs?
Well, he is now on his original mission,
Right.
not his cover story mission anymore.
Which his original...
That's where the offshoot is. I love how they did that.
Yeah. Which, again, his original mission is to find and return Wakandan technology.
Well, and think about it. The last line of communication from Wakanda to him when he sent his message that he had found it, do not return without it.
Yep.
Those are the last words they said to him.
Also known as, bitch, you better bring it back.
Don't come home if you ain't got the prize.
If you don't, boy. And that's where he confronts Helen in Paris of Troy, taking the necklace from her and saying, he tells him, listen, I spent 9 years looking for this, trying to find it. 9 years. And oh, by the way, I'm going to help you get out.
Yeah, run.
Helps them escape. And then Achilles shows up.
At just the perfect time, of course.
Yes.
We know how perfect timing works in the MCU.
Now, obviously, Achilles doesn't know the whole situation that's going on. He doesn't understand why he's helping Helen and Paris escape. But Achilles is Achilles and starts accusing him of being a Trojan spy, draws his sword on him, and Memnon, who is being his friend even to this moment, is like, dude, chill. I got you. Don't do this. And
Don't let anger cloud your judgment.
And Achilles is like, why?
Mm-hmm.
But he still
You betrayed me.
He still will not tell him about Wakanda. So?
Well, he doesn't want to kill him, so he can't tell him.
Yes.
Because nobody can know.
Yes.
So Memnon's in a pretty messed up situation there.
Yeah. And as they're fighting, Memnon drops the necklace and Achilles strikes it, releasing the purple energy from Wakanda from this necklace. And that's when Achilles goes, I need this. I'm going to take it. I'm going to get it. It's all for Greece. You don't matter. You're going to die.
You shall never hold it again.
You shall never hold the necklace again. And that's when Memnon goes, well, wait a minute. Hold on a minute here. First of all, let me introduce you to my gun.
You mean my cannon for an arm?
Yep, the cannon on his arm. And they start fighting, and Memnon eventually wins the fight, and he slices Achilles' heel. Now, again, this is a retelling of the story. This happened in Marvel, in the MCU, not in real life, because in real life we know that he actually got hit in the Achilles with an arrow. We get it. So all you history buffs out there, calm the F down, chill out. It's fictional, or as little Jedi would say, it's historical fiction.
There you go.
Historical fiction. Okay.
And after all, folks, it's a cartoon.
Yes, a very good cartoon, I might add, because honestly, see the episode 2. Oh boy. Well,
Yeah.
once once he slices Achilles' tendon, Achilles tries to continue to fight him, and Memnon is forced to kill him. Takes him out. Achilles dead. 6 months later, though, Memnon is back home, and we learn that his name is Bakai. Bakai. And we also see Nani, and that she is much older now.
Much older.
Much older. But she is in charge of the war dogs. And Bakai confesses that, even though he's home, he feels alone. He didn't want to kill Achilles, so he's got that regret there.
Yeah.
And he pleads with Nani to send him back out in the field. Let me go back out there. Let me do what I need to do. And she says yes. However,
Yeah. But that's all I like to say. And I stress the but.
But go ahead, tell them. What does she say?
We can do that. Basically, we can do that once you find out or figure out what it is that you really want.
Yeah. What are you searching for?
There's one problem with that. What he really wants, he can never have.
No.
Because earlier in the episode,
Nope.
Achilles gave Memnon a necklace that his mother had made him for protection.
Absolutely.
And it had, quote, treated him well
Yep.
during his life. And he gave it to him because he was his brother.
Yep.
And he was Memnon's best friend.
Yeah.
And Memnon wanted his best friend back.
And the only way you're going to get that is if you run into Mephisto. Because it's not happening anytime soon. But, obviously, he regrets killing him, and I don't blame him. That was his best friend.
Oh, no.
That was his war buddy. That was the guy. So, I will say this. For this episode, I am actually giving it a 4. I never thought we would see the Trojan War be brought up in any type of Marvel movie or TV show. So kudos to that.
Yeah.
2, they did a really good job retelling that story. They really did. And what I mean by that is the fact that they made Memnon a soldier of Wakanda, and his best friend was Achilles. I love that. Again, historical fiction, folks. Historical fiction. That's a good thing. It's a very good thing. And I love that they still took out Achilles' heel in this battle.
Yeah, that was the neatest part, was that Memnon is the one that did it.
Yep. Which is fairly accurate. Because last I checked, and again, when it comes to this, you know, the Greek mythology, Memnon did not kill Achilles. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Achilles killed Memnon. Okay. So just remember that. It was flipped. But in Marvel, you can do it as you please.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's technically a what if. Just saying. Just saying.
So what is your score?
It's a 4. 4 Black Panther helmets. I like this one. This one kept me going
Yeah.
from start to finish.
Mm-hmm. And it
I
didn't
wanna
feel
see
like a
more?
30-minute episode.
I mean, I do want to see more. That's for sure. But man,
That's the disappointing thing to me about this series.
yeah, it's short.
Is how short it is. It's only 4 episodes. I mean, there is so much more that they could do with this.
Yeah.
And I don't know if there's going to be a season. Is there supposed to be a season 2 with this?
Rumor is, yeah. I hope they keep going with it. To be honest, I kind of like seeing all
I do too.
these historical stories around the war dogs and Wakanda.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
it.
it would be nice to get a season 2. It would be nice to see this extended out a little more.
Yeah.
At least one more season. You know, 4 episodes of this is just too short.
Yeah, but that's okay.
I agree with everything pretty much that you said as far as your evaluation of the episode. It was a good episode. It was partially a refresher course in what happened in the Trojan War.
Yep.
Partially.
Partially.
You know, partially.
Again, it's a retelling.
And the other thing was that really impressed me was them being able to show just how close people who survive combat together get.
Yeah.
You know, when they're used to be fighting side by side
Yep.
for as long as they had and everything, it shows you just how close people get.
Agreed.
Where they're literally blood brothers without being blood brothers.
And it works.
You know. And then showing the struggle. You look at the struggle that Achilles had with trying to reconcile for himself what Memnon had done
Yeah.
or was doing in this case. And just not being able to get over the fact that he feels like he had turned his back on him.
Yes.
You know, and that's a real struggle, man.
Oh, yeah.
It really is.
Even
And,
today.
you know, but being able to feel that emotion in what you were seeing in an animated show, it's really damn good.
It hits you.
It was really good. Overall, I'm sitting at a 4.25, 4.25
Nice.
for this episode. It's
I
really
like
good.
it. I like it.
And it also raises my original 3
Oh,
for episode 1 to a 3.5
well, there you go.
because it helps. It's now established what this is going to be about.
Yes.
This is a series about the war dogs of Wakanda and the things that they did.
Yep. And
As far as I can tell, it may change after episode 3, but right now,
I'm
that's where I'm
loving it that they're tying it into all of this mythology and history. I'm loving it. I can't complain about it. I think it's great.
Yeah.
I can't.
no,
wait.
it's a great premise that they put on here that they're using
Yeah,
and everything.
and it works. And it works. Well, my friends, that is the end of this week's Avenger Pretenders. We will be back next Monday for episodes 3 and 4 of Eyes of Wakanda. So you might want to mark the calendar, mark the time, 8 p.m. Eastern, and come on in and have some fun with us. It's going to be great. And also, we'll be live tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern for the Sully Show, where we've got a full prep sheet. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, a lot of stuff happened between last show and tomorrow. So yeah, might want to come on in at 8 p.m. Eastern and have some fun. So, with that being said, for the redneck, there he is, the Toothless Wonder himself. And I, the geek. Isn't that right, JT? The geek.
Every now and then.
I mean, hey, it happens. But we will see you all next week and, of course, tomorrow for the Sully Show. And, by the way, as always, Thanos was right.